This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. We're just happy and smiling, doing almost anything, having fun and just living. Shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.
This is the Barbados Today afternoon update for Friday, November 7th, 2014. I'm Kamar Jordan. Good afternoon. The Barbados Union of Teachers gives the Ministry of Education until January 1 next year to fix the troubles at the Parkinson Memorial and Alma Parris secondary schools. That's the word from the B.U.T President Pedro Shepherd following a meeting with the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Cecil Humphrey, and 11 teachers of Alma Parris this morning. Speaking to Barbados Today following the meeting, Shepherd says the teachers, like their colleagues at Parkinson, are fed up with the management style of the principal. The Alma Parish educators are also concerned about the lack of discipline among students. Shepherd says now that the ministry is fully informed about the developments and what's happening at the school, it will carry out investigations, and he's expecting solutions. In other news, Cable and Wireless is moving to quell anxiety about job losses after announcing that they will be taking over the operations of Columbus. That's the company that operates here as Flow. C&W's Chief Executive Officer Phil Bentley suggests that there may be more gain than pain. Speaking to Barbados Today's business reporter Marlon Madden yesterday, he says C&W, which has in the past outsourced a lot of its business, may be taking a second look at Flow's employment practices. He says he's ready to sit down with the unions.
It's an opportunity for some job creation as well, because Cable and Wireless has outsourced a lot of jobs offshore outside of Barbados. As you know, we've closed down call centres, moved to El Salvador. This is sort of before my time. We've outsourced engineering to Ericsson. We've got operations monitored in India. And actually, Columbus Flow, they pride themselves on training their own people, and those people who are closest to the customer are Flow people. So, I'd like to think that, we might actually find that we can bring jobs back into, Cable and Wireless when we've been exporting them. So, I think we want to sit down with the unions and agree a way of working with them that, gives us a chance to compete with Digicel.
With respect to concerns about how the deal will impact on current rates offered to consumers, Bentley suggests consumers can expect more efficient services and savings. We'll continue to monitor that story. Well, at the height of the dramatic developments in the local telecom sector, the International Business Minister, Donville Innes, says the government must step up its use of technology to make it easier to do business on the island. Speaking at the official opening, and that should be reopening, of the Promotech store in the Dome Mall, Innes says technology is the way of life, and he suggests that government offices could improve their efficiency if they use technology more.
If we are going to be a lot more serious about making it easier for individuals to do business with the state, then the state has to embrace and deploy the latest in technology. And quite frankly, it is not nice to know that people have to spend hours standing in line to pay a bill to government that we're required to pay. And this is not a criticism of any ministry or minister. The simple reality about it is that the state has to do better and do more at the utilization and deployment of technology within the public apparatus.
To sports now, defending champions Station Hill Cavaliers are still the queens in the Barbados Amateur Basketball League. They took the title after defeating UWI Blackbirds in the Game 2 of the Women's League Finals at the Willie Gymnasium last night. The Cavaliers had also won the first game in the best-of-3 final. Last night, they beat the Blackbirds 66-51, securing their 12th title in 14 years. It was also their third consecutive title. For the Lady Cavs, Astrid Allen had 21 points, Wanda Agard Belgrave had 15, and Rhea Phillips added 12. Congrats to all concerned.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, November 20th to 23rd. Taste the culinary delights of top local and international chefs like Marcus Samuelson, Anne Burrell, Tyler Florence, Roger Mooking, Michael Hines, Dane Sadler, Daphne's Restaurant, and more. The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, 5th edition, November 20th to 23rd. Visit foodwinerum.com or contact Premier Event Services Inc. at 435-0670. Get your tickets now at Wine World or Ticketpal.com.
To the region now. In St. Lucia, there's growing anxiety about public sector negotiations between the government and the unions. Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony, who had asked the unions to consider a 5% wage cut for public workers because of the prevailing economic troubles, was pressing for an early settlement. But the issue is yet to be resolved, and Public Service Minister Dr. James Fletcher hints that it may now run into 2015.
Public sector negotiations were supposed to wrap up 2 weeks following the commencement of talks. The Prime Minister indicated that arriving at consensus on the way forward for reducing recurrent expenditure by cutting the public sector wage bill was a pressing issue. The government painted a bleak picture in the weeks leading up to the start of negotiations, using phrases such as a hemorrhaging economy and proposing a 5% wage cut. However, we are way past 2 weeks and the contentious issue of salaries has not yet been resolved. While the government negotiating team has successfully completed negotiations surrounding conditions of work and fringe benefits with most unions, salary negotiations are likely to go into 2015. Public Service Minister Dr. James Fletcher says he's not alarmed by the pace of negotiations.
Well, I guess the goalposts have changed slightly, because when we started discussions with the unions, it was about how we could reduce on the deficit, the fiscal deficit. And it started with a discussion about a range of measures that we needed to put in place. Yes, we had hoped that it would have been concluded within 2 weeks, but hey, I think it's better to do it properly, to the point where everybody is satisfied with the conclusion, rather than try to rush it to fit a timeline that really has no bearing whatsoever.
A powerful 6.4 magnitude earthquake shook the Papua New Guinea region this morning. The U.S. Geological Survey reported that the epicenter of the quake had a depth of 32 miles. There were no immediate reports of damage, thankfully. Well, that's been our Barbados Today afternoon update. We'll be back again this evening. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper or email updates, or better yet, you can like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at a supermarket or gas station near you. Also, remember to tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV to get the very latest news and sports. I'm Kmar Jordan. Have a fabulous afternoon, and we'll see you again this afternoon.
This news update is brought to you by
Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy, enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy, escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. Oh, we're just happy and smiling, doing almost anything, having fun and just living. Whoa, shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.